today's Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show ahead of Game 4 against Hyannis. Back at Veterans Field and back with the catch of the day. I'm Hudson Ridley, joined by lefty reliever Josh Swink. After Josh's first appearance in the Cape Cod Baseball League, Josh, last night in Wareham, you got the call in the bottom of the fifth inning to come in. What went through your head when you got the call?
Not a whole lot, just trying to keep it simple, not make too much of it, and just go out there and compete.
You followed up Nate Taylor, which was a pretty big performance to follow up. I see the big smile on your face. What was the bullpen thinking at that time when you see a guy go out there and do that?
Yeah, that was just insane by him. He went 4 innings, had 10 strikeouts. That was just tough to follow up. Pretty good outing from him.
Do you like following up righty fireballers like that?
It doesn't matter. I came out of the pen most of the time this year, so I was used to it, so it was pretty good.
When coming out of the pen, you had a few starts at Liberty, but when coming out of the pen, what is the mindset difference between that and making a start?
Yeah, I think it was just that, just the mindset and the confidence, throughout the season. Regardless of starting or out of the pen, it was just the confidence built up through my 2 years there and helped me out of the pen.
Did the appearance you had yesterday, allowing no runs, help your confidence at all in this league?
I think my confidence is at a high right now, and whether I gave up 4 yesterday or gave up 0, I think I'm good where I'm at. So
ahead of Game 4 against Hyannis here on the catch of the day, Josh, obviously the bullpen dynamic is a big thing in baseball. What's the dynamic like right now?
It's pretty chill. Not a whole lot going on. Not making too much of it. Just when we get called, we know we got to go in there and compete, and then that's what we're going to do.
Are the vibes fun down there at all yet this year?
They're pretty fun, yeah. Have a good time down there.
Has anybody really stuck out to you so far as someone who's really, the leader of that bullpen in terms of just having a good time?
There's a few guys that like to, make a few jokes. I think Bigsby, he's a pretty fun guy, but yeah, I think, it's fun down there.
Yeah, no, certainly I would imagine it is. And then, of course, getting out there yesterday and throwing the way that you did, the off speed was really getting hitters low in the dirt. Is that something that you pride yourself on?
Yeah, I think my pitches were working well yesterday. I had 3 of them going, and putting those lefties away with the cutter and the slider. I think that was important yesterday. So I think that really helped me have an efficient outing.
Efficiency is the name of the game. Dennis Cook has mentioned many times pounding the zone. Has he talked to you guys about that?
Oh, for sure, yeah. When you get ahead, and it's a race to 2 strikes, so when you get ahead early, it's a lot easier to get guys out and get off the field.
There's kind of a stereotype around lefty relievers about the crazy guy. Have you heard about this?
I have heard a little bit about that, and Dennis has talked about that a little bit. But we got a few lefties on the team, so it's pretty good.
You wouldn't put yourself in that box though as a bit of a crazy guy?
No, I'm pretty laid back. I'm pretty chill, so I wouldn't necessarily say that. So
Now, for people who don't know, up until a couple weeks ago, long hair for you was the option. Now, all of a sudden, you show up to Chatham. That hair's all gone. What was the decision behind that?
So I had that hair I started growing out about 2 years ago, and then after our season ended at Liberty, I wanted to cut it off. It was a lot to manage, a lot to deal with, and I just wanted to be more simple up here. It was just a lot.
What was the last time your hair was this short?
Probably high school, junior year, senior year. Yeah.
Do you plan to keep it this way?
I'd like to grow it out a little bit, but probably not where it was. So, yeah.
Plenty of time in a summer on Cape Cod to grow out that hair, and the first day of that summer for you happened yesterday. A big relief appearance from you, and we're happy that you joined us here today on Catch of the Day.
Well, thank you for having me.